What's really going on?
What's really going on? Well, what's going on? It's been going on now for about 4,000 million years, approximately. It's just we've been evolving very, very slowly, and or perhaps very quickly, especially in the last 500 million years. And we suddenly appeared on scene, maybe 200,000 years ago? And look where we are. The question is, where are we going? So that is what is going on. It's called evolution.
Okay. So where are we going?
Where are we going? That's a different question. I don't know. God knows. Perhaps we'll become something different to human beings as we know them now. Perhaps we'll integrate with machines, perhaps. Perhaps we'll become superhuman, or perhaps we'll become infrahuman. I don't know.
What's infrahuman?
Somewhere in the order of a squirrel or a wolf or something like that.
Right. Okay. Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your turn.
I think what's going on is we're all living our lives to the best of our ability, doing the best we can, trying to avoid suffering, trying to find meaning to life, and everyone in our own ability throughout the world.
And what meaning have you found in your life?
Oh, it's changed over time. It's changed completely over time. Because one thing is what they force you to believe, they induce you to believe, and then you find actually what makes sense to you individually is other things.
What's really going on?
Well, having a bit of a good life here in St Albans, in England. And, well, I just like it here at the Courtyard Cafe. Very convenient.
What do you like about it here?
Well, I like their homemade cakes, and I like just sitting around reading and having something to eat and having a drink and just relaxing for the moment.
What's really going on?
Going on in the world?
Well, this particular question is just isolated by itself, just simply that, and you can answer it any way you want. So,
Well, that's super vague. I guess it depends on your perspective. There's a lot of stuff that's going on kind of politically and globally, and you can see all of that kind of happening in the news. You could talk about it at an emotional level, kind of what's going on for people and kind of relationships in society in that kind of, both at an individual level, but also kind of that scaling up into how do we do community, how do we do relationships in the 21st century. So I'm a psychotherapy student. And for me, that's one of the things that kind of really interests me. How do I do me? How do I live my life? I guess in a way that makes sense for me. But how do I also do it in relation to people that I interact with? And what does that look like? And when it works, why does it work? And when it doesn't work, why does it not work? And particularly in a society where we don't necessarily always equip people. We're not always equipped to necessarily deal with everything that life throws at us. That's not to say, I mean, some people do have really hard lives, but it's not to say that my life has necessarily been desperately difficult. But stuff always happens in life, and it's not always easy to handle. So trying to think about and understand a little bit about myself and myself in relation to other people. For me, that's a really interesting question. So, what's going on? I don't know the answer to the question, but that would be kind of the kind of direction of my thoughts, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.